Hi guys, this is Vinyl Finds 26 I think, and got a bunch of records that came through the mail, and some records that I actually went out and bought, which is something that I don't do that often, unfortunately. I would love to go to a record shop and find all these records and just buy them on the spot, but unfortunately I have to do it online. Yeah, I haven't found any good record shops here, or at least record shops that fit my kind of style anyway. So yeah, I have a bunch of records, as I said, from a couple of decades, mixed bag of uh, various records, compilation records and ethnic records, if you like, and whatnot. So let's get straight on to the point and not babble a lot. Where should I start? Where should I start? Alright, so I will start with um, this one, Dorothy Ashby, Afro Harping. I have the Dorothy Ashby, the Rubaiyat of Dorothy Ashby, and this is her first record, and the Rubaiyat is her second record and final, I think. Having heard the Rubaiyat first, this is a really nice record, and I've heard some people having it on the community, and having heard this and said, "Oh yeah, this is fantastic, amazing album, and all that," which it is really good. But having heard the Rubaiyat of Dorothy Ashby, I have to say that it sort of doesn't reach that kind of rich sounding orchestrations that the Rubaiyat has. It's really good, but yeah, I mean, if you listen to this first and then listen to the Rubaiyat, you might not have the same kind of opinion. But I think that this is the Rubaiyat is an extension of this record and a more ambitious kind of recording by Dorothy Ashby. So my recommendation is get this first and then get the Rubaiyat, because yeah, you might end up like me saying, oh yeah, this is a good record, but, and you avoid the but part. So that was, well, basically a jazz record, if you like. I did get also from the same shop that I went. So what should I show you then? Okay, well, let's go for psychedelic music, I guess. So I got this album, which is a compilation called Turkish Freakout. It's a double LP uh, on Buzuki Joe, which has released this compilation in Turkish Freakout 2. This is a gatefold. This actually, as you can see, doesn't have uh, I haven't kept the, I cannot talk today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, I haven't kept the cellophane, anyway, the record sleeve, because it's a very heavy cardboard and you couldn't just get the records out. So I've removed it. Now, after the interesting things about the product, now about the music. It's basically what it says on the tin here. Psych folk singles from 1969 to 1980 from Turkey. So you get a lot of music that is very Eastern inspired. It is in Eastern inspired psychedelic music, basically. So I'm not very thrilled about this record, and I'll explain why. Is that, and I've said this before, I think, with another compilation that I had from Finders Keepers called Pomegranates, which is really nice, but because it's so close to home, and this is, I'm very familiar with this kind of scales and the kind of rhythms that they use, and it's not something that it's I've never heard before. I do not have the element of surprise for this one. So as good as it is, it doesn't give me that kind of exotic feel. So I'm not a Westerner. So if you are, you'd probably be blown away by this. but because I'm not, it's good, but not amazing for me anyway. It is considered to be very good. This is the second edition, by the way, or anyway, the edition that doesn't have a 7-inch. They've also issued Turkish Freakout 2, which is quite interesting. I don't think I'm going to be buying that though, because of that kind of relationship that I have with the music. Now, here is a very interesting one. I failed to find any kind of information about significant amount of information about this record anyway. It's a vocalist called Paris Zengene, I think, and it's Iranian or Persian, as they'd like to be referred to, record from 1976, and it's out on a label called KS. Came out apparently in 2011. It's Spanish, Spanish press. Apparently it is an exact repro of the album. So as you can see, it's the Institute for Intellectual Development of Children and Young Adults, Tehran, 1976, price 200 rials, and pretty much doesn't have a lot of information, just who made the arrangements, and it's a series of music for young adults, and it's Iranian folk songs. It was back then when they didn't have a problem saying that we are Iranian. Now they want to be called Persian. And yeah, it doesn't have a lot of information. Here you have a really nice section here, and some things here that say arrangements, and everything else is in Farsi, I guess. So yeah, not much information. What I've found on the internet, basically, I was really, saw this record and I was like, ooh, and it's a very, very nice issue as well. Heavy cardboard, it's a bit, has a sort of texture as well, and it feels quite significant, and the vinyl itself is really well pressed and all that. So I saw it and I was like, ooh, this looks interesting. And I did listen to it in the shop, and I bought it. It's a limited edition. It says here 124 from 150. However, online I found that this is 500 copies or 350 copies. Anyway, they haven't made up their mind how many records they have pressed for this one, and I cannot find any information on the company either. So it's a real oddity. Now, as I said, this is Iranian folk music, but it's with modern arrangements, and I sort of dig what they've done here, because again, it is kind of close to home as well, because I can, I'm familiar with the rhythms and I'm familiar with the orchestration, if you like, because it's something that is used in Greek music as well. So, but it's really, really beautiful, and although I did have a problem with the Turkish Freakout, I didn't have a problem with this, because I think that this is if this was in English, it would be a fucking classic. It would be like I don't know what. And let me put a song that I like from this record, because I think that I will not do it any justice just talking about it. So there you go. So yeah, she's blind apparently, and that's pretty much the information that I know. And she had like studies. She studied, she studied classic music. You can hear it in the background. Yeah, and it's just beautiful. If you can find it, pick it up. It's quite great. Now, moving on, something I'm really happy to find. This one, Blow. Yeah, Blow. So these guys are Nigerian. They're Afro, high life, Afrobeat, psychedelic music basically. and I've picked up on these guys. I found the record um, by listening to a show that was with on BBC on the BBC, which was oh bugger, I forget the name. It was Peterson and Tom York, and they had a playlist of things that Tom York would listen to, and Giles Patterson, which was very knowledgeable about world music and Brazilian music and whatnot. This is not Brazilian, obviously, but they did have this song here called "Chant to Mother Earth," and you know, if it was the only song that was any good here, you know, it would be worth buying basically. And these guys are like the African Funkadelic. Yeah, quite rare to find this one. It's on on Strat Records. It came out in 2001, and I found a copy, the last copy apparently on Amazon, and yeah, and it was supposedly new. I think it was somebody did pop it, and you know, did have a spin on it, but it was in almost perfect condition. So you know, and it's really hard to find as well. So I don't have a problem with that. Now, I also got into some Brazilian stuff. I was inspired by seeing Chris 123 Basket, I think. Anyway, he has shown some Brazilian stuff, and I was quite intrigued. Especially, I was intrigued by this one. He showed this one. It's Lula Cortes Ramalho, probably pronounced. And he said that, oh, this is a copy on Shadows, and it's Brazilian psychedelic music. So I went online, tried to listen to some of it, and found a video for a song called Om, and I was immediately sold. And I found this, which is quite a cheap copy, because obviously you cannot find the Shadows one. It's going to be extremely expensive. But this is on Mr. Bongo, which is a German reissue label for classic Brazilian recordings. And this is amazing. This is the kind of album that the Six Organs of Admittance, the early Six Organs of Admittance, would do if they were Brazilian, basically. And it's just amazing. Highly recommended. Thank you very much, Chris. Really good one. Really good one. Also got this one, Lo Borges, which is on Four Men with Beards. You know, you can't go wrong. Brazilian pop rock music, excellent, excellent. But you know, with a Brazilian flavor, and you know, Four Men with Beards can't go wrong. Basically, highly recommend. Finally, I've got 3 compilations from Love, Peace and Poetry, which is this one, American Psychedelic Music, what is this? Latin American, and finally African psychedelic music. And here, for example, you have bands that are hard to find and songs that are really worth listening to. So here you have Hunger, for example, from the American psychedelic music. Brain Police, which did come out on a very rare issue like 10 years ago. I do have that album. So I do recognize a lot of bands, and has this beautiful babe as well on the cover, which makes it a little bit more interesting to buy. Although, you know, this is the perceived things that were in the 60s, and probably this was the reality. Yeah, so yeah. Really good. They have loads of them. These guys, QDK Media, and they're worth checking out, because you can find very rare stuff on there. So yeah, do check that out. And finally, something that's ouch. Something that's a bit more modern, and it's Spaceman 3, Playing with Fire, obviously a reissue. I've got it on eBay, oh sorry, not eBay, Amazon. Found it on Amazon. It's 2000 and what? I don't know. I have no idea. This is a 10-inch, obviously, as you can see, double 10-inch on Tang Records. I think these were issued sometime 2000 something, from what I found out on Discogs, and I found it for quite cheap actually, for and it's brand new. So good one. Derek showed Playing with Fire, and this record has one of the best songs ever, in my opinion, which is Revolution. So this is the best song. I mean, you know, this is the kind of music I would love to have written. It's like the music that will inspire you to just go and get a guitar and play music, basically. Amazing, amazing, fantastic. And it's obviously not only this song that's really worth from this album, but yeah, excellent. Finally, Damon and Naomi, more sad hits. Damon and Naomi, obviously, previously from Galaxy 500. After breaking up, Galaxy 500, they made this record, which is, you know, it's considered to be psychedelic, neo-psychedelic. I would call it more dream pop, but you know, it's just sticking labels to really good music. So yeah, do check it out. Amazing. And that is my update. I will be going next week. I'm very excited about it because I'm going next week to Barcelona, and as you probably know, some of you anyway, Barcelona is the home of Wawa Records, and they have a shop in Barcelona, so I will definitely be visiting that shop. And I have a list of records I would like to find there, and who knows what else I will find. So yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to be doing a video of me going into the shop, because you know, it's a little bit weird, you know, carrying, you know, a camera and say, oh look, records, and you know, people will think I'm weird. But yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to be doing that. However, I will be showing you some stuff that I will be getting, and so yeah. And also I will try to catch up with some of the threads that I haven't responded, and yeah, I haven't been that good with that. So anyway, that's it guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching while skipping and doing whatever you're doing. Please do comment, subscribe if you like, but do comment. That's the important bit of it. Tell me what you think, and see you soon. Cheers, bye.